who are the young UFC folks who can, because I could see folks like you who are MMA fighters, MMA enthusiasts, kind of wincing a little bit when we're talking about, hey, how about this boxer? How about this wrestler?
Right.
Who are the young UFC fighters, men, women, who can take this sport to the next level because the enthusiasts can actually buy in to people who actually do this for a living, as opposed to some sort of wrinkle that might get people to pay for a pay-per-view?
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, the current champion at 115 pounds, Rose Namajunas, she is a very dynamic fighter. She's exciting. I think she's like 25 years old, already the world champion. Won her last 2 fights against Joanna Jędrzejczyk, a fighter who everyone thought was going to have the belt for a very long time. She was on the brink of tying or beating Ronda Rousey's record of defending the belt 6 times, and she wasn't able to do that because of Rose Namajunas. She got a knockout early, then came back, did a rematch right off the bat, won that fight as well. She was really coming into her own, and just kind of a breath of fresh air, just the way that she approaches the sport. She's not talking trash. She's very respectful. She's a true martial artist. And yeah, I think she's one of those young fighters that could take the sport to the next level. Demetrius Johnson's a guy who has had the belt for a very long time. He's also a lighter weight fighter, but just dynamic. He can do it all in the octagon. Very exciting to watch, and has already broken the record for most title defenses. So, you know, the lighter weight classes are the most fun to watch.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is, who can then, outside of, I guess, the aficionados, who can cross over? And
who can cross over to boxing? Is that what you were saying?
No. Cross over in terms of the interest level, to get people to say, hey, you know what? I'm curious to see what this fighter is going to do, or let me go to this new ESPN streaming spot where that just struck this huge deal.
Those 2 fighters certainly can do that. I think the other one is a Max Holloway. I think he's another exciting fighter. Him and Brian Ortega, who are going to fight soon, are 2 young fighters who are awesome to watch. They have the personality to boot. And I think they could take the sport to the next level. Kenny
Florian here on the Rich Eisen Show. When's Conor and Khabib going to fight? Because that's inevitable, right?
They've been talking about it. So my understanding is that they've been trying to put that fight together. They already have, you know, the build-up to the fight with Conor trying to destroy that bus. That's how badly he wanted to beat up Khabib Nurmagomedov. So I think it's going to happen probably around the fall. And again, that's a really tough matchup for a lot of the guys who are keen to the sport. They think that Khabib's probably the worst matchup for Conor McGregor just based on his wrestling and ground and pound alone. However, I believe that Conor's one of the few guys who can knock out Khabib. So that's a fight I would love to see.
And so, you know, here's what they should do. They should have them meet at the ring and have Dolly Parton in the middle and see if he can throw that dolly at Khabib,
or you can bring in dollies into the octagon and throw them at each other.
Well, that sounds very battle body, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Wasn't Dolly the clone sheep from like 20 years ago?
Anybody named
that's
Dolly.
Right. Yes.
Bringing a Dolly painting, Salvador,
famous
little Salvador. Any other dollies we could think of?
I'm trying to think of more references.
Just to keep throwing. I'm
Dolly Martin.
I'm out.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.